What's going on, YouTube? My name is FG3000, I'm back in the place to be, and finally, the MMO Hopper has come to Onigiri. Now, if you're not familiar with this series, this is where I jump from MMO to MMO to try to give you something a little bit deeper than just the newbie zone experience. Here I am, I'm level 31. There are no classes in this game, so for all intents and purposes, I'm basically a hot blue-haired chick with horns at level 31. So that's my class. Let me show you what combat is all about here in Onigiri. It's kind of the bread and butter. These are one of those games where it's a lobby-based dungeon grinder-esque style game. So it's really all about combat here. So let's give you a little quick preview, and then we'll kind of explain what's going on here. This will be a pretty straightforward video, as I get, like, manhandled. Oh, crap. Wasn't paying attention to my cooldowns there. Thank you, little NPC chick. Oh, my goodness. I'm getting wrecked. Finally, alright. A little bit harder to do while trying to talk, but no excuses, no excuses. So let me show you what combat is all about here. I have 3 abilities, as you can see: Poison Fang, Crimson Crosscut, and Misty Massacre. Now, you don't select these abilities by just pressing 1, 2, 3. You select them, and then you hit right-click to execute. So I hit 2, right-click to execute. I hit 3, right-click to execute, execute, execute. I also have a basic combo on my left mouse button here. There is also some dashes that you can do, and then you can also block, of course. And that's pretty much the gist of combat. Every single weapon actually has different special abilities. So as you can see, this is my wand. So it has this big, humongous little shadow bolt of some sort. It also has like a little teleport, this little white breath. I also have a two-hander, which does some cool stuff. It's a little leaping strike here, this big, humongous slash. This is a pretty awesome ability, which I use quite often. What else do I have? I already showed you two-handers. That's my two-hander, my dual blade, my hammer. Oh yeah, my hammer. This is actually pretty cool as well. This is my most powerful weapon. I hate it though because it's so freaking slow, but I have no choice but to use it because it's my strongest one. But I still try to be a rebel and try to use some of my weaker weapons, which I'm going to do here. So let's jump back into combat here. I'm actually going to kind of pick these guys off because they are kind of annoying. This game is not a walk in the park, let me tell you. So before you go into one of the... Hold on. Let's just dodge out of the way here. Before you go into one of the dungeons, you can actually select your difficulty. Pretty much par for the course for games like this. I'm on hard right now. There's also a hell mode, and there's also, of course, easy. But what self-respecting gamer is going to put easy? I just, no way. Absolutely no way. Alright, let's kind of, I guess me and you are fighting. I didn't want to fight you yet, because you have an annoying electricity move. It's kind of hard to find openings on creatures. And your NPCs don't do a really good job of pulling aggro or anything like that, so it's really all about you. You can parry, as you just saw right there. If you kind of block at the right time, you can parry and then get a nice quick attack in. But it's really risky because a lot of the creatures that you fight push you back. So by the time you're done like blocking and whatnot, you're too far away to actually retaliate, which is super annoying. Thank you. I find the archer is kind of the best partner to have because she doesn't get in a lot of trouble. And she at least fights a little bit. The AI leaves a lot to be desired when it comes to your partner here. Unfortunately, I wish they were a little bit stronger. They don't seem to do a lot, and they get killed quite easy. I'm about to lose her here in a minute. Alright, on to the next little level here. Oh, whoop, already went that way. So she's about to vanish. So they have a limited timer. And I'm not sure if there's a way to kind of slow it down, but as soon as she gets hit, she'll be out of here. I can pretty much guarantee it. Oh, these ants are like the worst. These ants are the worst! Now, this game is all about, like, Japanese folklore and legends, so a lot of the creatures are actually highly stylized nightmares for the Japanese. There are a lot of interesting creatures in this game. They look a little cartoony, a little crazy, but they are actually pretty cool looking, artistic-wise. Alright. He's still out here, doing a good job. Nice, nice. You don't want to pull too many, man. This game can get really hard really fast. Switch to my big arcing slice there. Not to mention this game doesn't have any invincibility frames when you do your dashes. So it's hard mode, man. I know I'm making this look easy, but you know, I'm just a veteran. Alright, pick up all the loot. You can just spam E to pick up all your loot, which is super, super convenient. Looks like we have another room here before we get to the boss. I'm gonna pop some sushi here. And let's see if I can round up a little bit more than we normally do. This is one of those games that I think would be really, really fun if you could actually trick your friends into downloading it. Just because the NPC is just not a very good partner, so it'd be fantastic to actually have someone that could do full combos while the mob is looking at you. I would really be interested to seeing how this game would work with an actual person to play it with. Alright, so my NPC is leaving, as you can see. Left me high and dry. I'm almost dead here. I don't know a better way of doing this, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and summon another one of my partners. Let's summon this hot purple-haired chick here. Alright. Now, she won't attack until I attack, so... I mean, what do you think I summoned you for? Oh, these are centipedes, not ants. Excuse me. I don't know my insects, apparently. Alright, so this is my other partner here, and I'll explain the partner system a little bit later. Once we actually get out of the dungeon and go to the main town. I need to pop some more sushi. Yum, 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 yum. Alright, now this should be, I believe... Did I just go this way? Am I going around in circles? I think I went in a circle. Yeah, I sure did. Alright, this is the right way to go here. Now, as far as weapons, there are a ton of variety of weapons in this game. Like I've already showed you, my two-hander, my dual swords, my wand. There are a lot more. There are a lot of other weapons in the game, and I'll kind of show you once we get into town. But the reason why I bring that up is because there's no armor in the game, so there are only costumes. Now you can actually get gear, but they're in the form of like little medallions, and I don't actually know what they're called. They're not amulets or something else. But that's how you actually get your gear. If you ever played Skyforge, it's kind of the same system. There is actually no gear in the game, but there are like little stat rings, for the lack of a better word, that actually give you the stats that you need, like defense and whatnot. So what you look like in the beginning of the game is kind of what you're always going to look like. I haven't found any costumes other than the ones that are on the cash shop. And there is a vendor in the game that you can actually buy costumes from, but they look to be like the same costumes that you could make, that you could select in the... Oh, come on, buddy! I'm trying to talk! That you could select in the character selection screen, so they didn't look like they were unique, but I could be wrong. Alright. Oh, I'm freaking electrocuted. It's so annoying, but so cool looking at the same time. Thank you! What a good companion there. Nice job. Alright, now this should be the boss zone here. I'm gonna pop another sushi. I'm gonna get drunk here as well, so let's pop some alcohol, which increases my attack speed. And let's fight this boss here. I'm actually gonna switch to my strong weapon because bosses are no joke in this game. As you can see, I parried his attack right there. Which is actually super important to do. because bosses do not let up. They don't actually have, like, typically when you play games like this, the bosses kind of have like a little opening. You think you do, but you really don't. Like, they are always bringing the assault to you. And like I said, if they're not assaulting the heck out of you, they're pushing you back, so you can't actually retaliate very well. So the boss fights are really, really intense. I gotta pop some sushi here right in his face. Oh, well, my girl's dead. Let's go ahead and pop. Well, I guess we can kind of show off all of our partners here. Let's bring out Mr. Hardcore G here. He'll probably die in a couple seconds because I just got him, so he's not leveled up very well. Nice swings there, FG. Very nice swings. Let's pop another sushi here. As you can see, I'm popping sushi like crazy. Even when you block, you take damage as well, so... Whew. I need another sushi. Either I really suck at this game or it's really hard. I'm gonna say it's really hard. And I selected hard. Don't forget that I actually selected the hard mode. Alright, so there's that guy. He's dead. So let's go to another partner. How about the little cool cat chick? There she is, half naked, ready to go. Sorry, kids. Hey, you better not have, No. Okay, I thought he got all his HP back. I'd have been so mad. Oh, crap, I'm about to die. Pop another sushi. It's really kind of hard to get behind him. As you can see, you get a couple attacks and then right there he's in your face. You can try to get behind him. Hit a block. Hit block again. I'm taking a ton of damage. You just can't sit there. And there might be a better strategy, but I'm just going to rack it up to the fact that this guy is really hard on the hard difficulty. But still very, very killable. And it doesn't really matter that I pop a bunch of sushis. They're cheap. I can buy sushi all day long. And the best thing about this game is that you always get SS ranked as long as you live. As long as you don't die, you get SS ranked. Ain't that right, little cat chick? You got that right. Alright, so now we are out of this area. And let's kind of go to the main town and kind of explain the other aspects of the game. Alright, so here's the main town. There's actually an outside world as well, but it's really, really kind of boring. So we're not really going to show that off too much there. There's really not a lot to do outside. One cool feature that they probably added just for the American version, it might be in the Japanese version, I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing, I love it. Watch this. Skip. Skips all the quest text and goes directly towards the end, which is fantastic. Alright, so once you get through a dungeon, you got all your hard-earned loot in your bags. This is what you're going to be doing once you leave. So the cool thing about all of these games, well, the main purpose of all these games is to get stronger, right? So you go in the dungeons, you get lots of different weapons and different materials, and you come out to your NPC partners here to level up your weapons. So here is the girl that was using the bow earlier. We'll skip all the stuff that she has to say. I'll ask her to identify all the things that I got out of the dungeon, and there are a ton of things, and you have to click it. You have to click them. You have to click them. You have to click them. There's a max of 20. You hit identify, and thankfully, you can actually skip through all of these, but I'll just show you a couple of them here. You got bows, you got katanas, you have little, I think that's just a one-hand sword. There's another bow there. There are spears in this game, and let's skip through the rest of these. These are all of the items that I just got out of that dungeon, and I had to come out here and identify all of them. Some of them are just trash loot, and some of them are actually really good. I have a bunch more as well, so I'll load this girl up with all of the things that I need to identify. Perfect. Perfect 20. Ah, my inventory is full. Hold on. Hold on. This game is actually pretty nice when it comes to inventory, so let me deposit... No, wait a minute. Actually, let's do that. Let's deposit all materials, and then let's take these back. because it looks at unidentified weapons and armor as materials, which is kind of annoying, but I guess I get it. All right, let's go back and identify all of these. All right, actually, hold on. Stop all of this. Stop, hold the phone. Everybody leave. You're gonna be annoyed just like I'm annoyed. I forgot that I turned off a little something. So let's turn this voice up here a little bit. All right, let's go back to the NPC. I just got out of a dungeon. I got lots of things to identify. Let's go talk to this NPC. Skip all her text. She just says that over and over and over and over, which is kind of annoying. Cute, but annoying. Alright, battle axes are in this game as well. Thank you very much, lady. And that is that. So now I have an inventory full of new weapons and armor that I can arrange by attack power. Now, I'm probably going to keep this sword, because that's actually pretty strong. So I'll go ahead and keep that one. But everything else I'm just going to pretty much just trash. So when you get weapons and armor out of the dungeons, like I said, they're all unidentified. You identify all of them and you kind of find some gear that you want to keep. All the things that you don't want to keep, you go over to this chick, which is another one of my partners that died in the middle of combat over there. So, all right, so these are all the options that your partner can do in regards to your weapons. So, of course, she can repair them. All my gear is repaired, so no need to look at that right there. She can also do some crafting as well. So if you can bring her the proper mat, she will make weapons for you. I don't have anything to actually show you here because I have no mats for any of this stuff, but that is also an option that she has as well. She also has smelting. I really can't show you this because I don't have all the materials to do it, but I'll kind of give you the gist of it. If you want to make your weapons even stronger, you can, like, let's take, for example, this two-hand sword here. I don't have the proper materials, but you put your weapon in there. You can add some supporting items such as raising the success rate. So as you can see, this went from an 82% success rate up to 92. I can also add a reset button. Basically what this does is it prevents loss of the weapon due to smelting, which I don't really need here because I'm not actually going to do anything. And then I can actually tailor make the things that I want on it. I can increase the success even further. I can add grade +6 on it as well. And then 95% chance is going to cost me 25,000 currency. I'm not going to call it gold. It's probably something else. And then you press this button, but I don't have any materials to actually pull that off at this level here. And then last but not least, he also does something called weapon enhancement. All of your weapons thus far, they can probably go a little bit higher, but I haven't figured it out yet at this stage of the game. But as you can see, my Demon Lord's Mallet is a +10. All of your weapons start off at the base, and you can increase it all the way up to +10, and then it gets locked. There's probably a way to unlock it, but I don't know at this level of the game, so can't really show you too much there. So let's take a quick example of this bow here. As you can see, it's level 0. I can take some of these crappy little swords that I'm never going to use, which are basically just trash loot. Take all these, hit enhance, press OK, and then this will power up this weapon here. You can just press OK just to skip it, and as you can see, it went up to level 2, and it increases the damage just very slightly, the minimum damage, not the maximum, but... And that's pretty much the weapon upgrade system in this game. I could see that this gets very, very complicated, very, very fast, very, very expensive, very, very grindy. You can already tell it's just that kind of game. Hey ladies, what up? So that's definitely a thing. So those are a couple of my partners over there. Here's another couple of my partners here that you saw that also died in battle. This guy will upgrade your skills. Once again, I don't think I have any skills to actually show you, unfortunately. But for example, let's say that this Leaping Strike was max level. He would help you evolve your skills to level them up even more. These games are pretty notorious for being like, let's upgrade you up into +10, +20, +30, +40. Let's add all these enchantments to make sure it doesn't destroy, etc, etc, etc. You know what type of game I'm talking about. This is definitely that type of game. This is another one of my NPCs. This is the guy that uses one of the spears. He sells limited time items. I don't need any of that. I've already bought the ones that I wanted. Let's see if you have anything here. Nothing I really care about. But this guy does sell some sushi, so he's a pretty nice guy. Just, I'll buy 2 sushis, buddy. 400 gold, whatever. Or 400 currency. Thanks, buddy. All right. Thanks, buddy. See you later. And then last but not least, the last partner that we have here is my favorite. Not because she's basically naked, but she's all about she's all about liquor. So I can go over here and I can buy different types of alcohol. They don't actually affect you in a way that you would think. You don't actually get drunk. As far as I can tell, nothing happens to my character that makes her like, you know, the screen doesn't turn like drunk effect like you would see in other MMOs. But I can take this, I can fill up my bottle, and this increases my attack power. So when I'm in combat, excuse me, lady, I gotta go. When I'm in combat, I can just press this button right here, get drunk, and my attack power increases. But like I said, I don't really feel like any side effects, like it's a bad thing. So drink up, everybody. Drink up. What if I drink again? I never did it. I've never done it twice. Doesn't look like anything special. So anyway, that is a look at Onigiri. This is a pretty straightforward game. You know what you're going to be doing in this game. You're going to be grinding dungeons. You're going to come out of the dungeons with tons of loot, and you're going to be upgrading it and upgrading it and upgrading it. I do love the partner system. There are some pretty cool looking characters. I mean, this chick is using a cat paw sword. A cat paw sword. Like, I don't even know what that is. And there are absolutely insane looking creatures. Like, look at this. Like, this is a piece of toilet tissue that, or no, it's not, it's a scroll. But it looked like a piece of toilet tissue that was animated and angry at all the beep he had to go through. Oh, look at this. Hey, look at this person exploiting a little bit. Can I come exploit with you? I wanna help. This is a oh god, he's just gonna try to one-shot me. This is a I just ruined it. I just totally ruined it. I'm sorry. This is going to be a zone, not really a boss, but a really powerful creature outside. I don't know what you want to call it. I just kind of ruined her day. I'm sorry. I said I was going to, but I really didn't actually think I was going to. I'm sorry, lady. I'm sorry. It was going to take you all day to kill this thing, and you know it. Oh, here's a level 48. Get out of the way there. Get a little bit of combat before we leave. This toilet paper, come on, man. Get out of here. Why am I getting aggro? Come on, there's a level 48 here. You got to be more mad at him than me. Let me walk around here a little bit. It's a level 48. There we go. Oh, man, you're aggro, man, I tell you. You waste no time switching targets. Hey, jump in here, buddy. What are you doing? Jump in. Look at this freaking E-Honda looking thing here. Kill this thing. There we go. We got some people in the zone jumping in, but look at that guy's HP bar. It's barely moving. It's like barely moving, and they're all it's just hitting me for some reason. There's no way I'm out damaging a level 48. Absolutely no way. There must be there must be some AI designed to kind of like attack the person that is the weakest, maybe, to kind of get them out of the way. Yeah, we're not going to do this. Anyway, that has been a look at Onigiri. Like I said, this game is on Xbox and PlayStation 4. Did I say that in this video? I hope I did. That's the whole reason why I kind of looked at it. This game is on Xbox One and PlayStation 4, as well as PC. It is not cross-server, so each one of those systems has its own server. So if this is a game that you're kind of into, give it a shot. It's not really for me, just based off of all the upgrades and whatnot. Those things just get really, really scary. I'm about to die. Not in this video. See ya, sucker. Those things really kind of scare me off when it comes to free-to-play games, because once you get to the max level, they get really, really expensive. So that's not going to happen for me. But hopefully this gave you an idea of what Onigiri is all about. My name is FG3000. I will see you next video. Later.